The idea of a website is very old, without a doubt. So many people know nowadays how to build a website that it is not even a hard thing to find a suitable person to build you a website for a small amount of money. The only problem is that since more people know about it, people that are not necessarily interested in their work come to do this too. You may consider that I should translate the previous sentence. My point is that, let us say that at one point only a real cook could make good pasta. Since so many appliances and tools can be brought at a small price, everyone can cook pasta nowadays. However, only those that are truly experienced and know what they are doing will do a marvelous work, and the pasta will have a terrific taste. The same goes for building a website. Only those people that are specialized in this job will be able to do an awesome job. Within this article series will contain 2 parts. We shall discuss about how to build an internet marketing website. In other words, how to make your website look attractive for potential customers, and in the second part I will shade some information on how you should pick your website builder if you do not have the skills to build it on your own. Frankly, very often, people do not know how to make websites attractive. Either because that takes some time and strategy, not to mention some thinking, or simply because they do not know how. You see, attractive does not necessarily mean glittery and sparkling, only if you were to make a website for crazed pink girls. Other than that, simple is perfect and less is actually more. Aside from these general truths, whenever you are on the verge of building a website for a company, you should understand what attractive means. You should understand what exactly drags people to a certain website and company, and so on. Let us see the main advices. Go for effective. The first thing your potential clients see is the main page, obviously. From there on, everything they need to find out should be handy. Make sure your about page is clearly set and says enough useful things about your company, rather than discussing where its geographical position is and what beautiful landscape surrounds the office of your company. Discuss of achievements, how your company deals with clients, and so on. Allow them to subscribe to your newsletter, and make sure you communicate with them as often as possible if they are interested in your products. Fast and organized, people do not need websites that look amazing but loads in a million years. Frankly, the time when people were up to waiting for a website to load is long gone, maybe because of high-speed internet, maybe because their patience has lessened. But it is surely because it should not take more than a few seconds for a website to load. Also, they do not need to spend a great amount of time looking for something that is simply impossible to find. Make everything as clear as you can. Give links for the most important things. Make sure they are visible, and so on. Less is more. When it comes to the layout, make sure you do not use too many cool things in the building process. Since we are discussing about the website of a company, it should be useful, not win the cool-a-wah. Frankly, nowadays people prefer the minimal style, therefore they will surely appreciate a website that is right on the target, and has a website that suggests that as well. Beauty comes second, aside from the fact that you should not clog your design with details nobody cares about anyway. You should make sure your load time is not affected by any graphic elements you inserted. Remember what I said at the first point, which a website should not be built to load in a million years. Try thinking of this after you built some parts of your website, since you will surely notice some faults. And you will find some new ways to optimize your website. Update content as often as possible. Something changed. You do not have the same phone number, or for the moment, you do not have a certain product in stock. Make sure you notify on your website, since only in this manner your clients will be able to trust you. If often something changes and the information you give to potential clients is not accurate, they might feel as if you are playing with them, asking for more money than they should give, and so on. As you can see, the skills themselves are one thing, but taking into consideration key points in your website development is what truly makes the difference between a real website and a so-called website. Remember that your company's website is actually its card, and you would want it to say only good things about your company, right? Now, When it comes to picking someone to build your website, things may be a bit tricky. As I mentioned before, there are so many people out there that state how good website builders they are. Check past work. If the developer states that has many projects on which he worked on, ask for its past work and ask him how you can be sure the work is really his. Do not believe simple arguments such as "I cannot, but you can believe me that I actually did this." Test him in the beginning. Tell him to make a sample page, and if you afford it, pay a small amount of money. You will realize if those are his skills, or he is just playing around. Check credentials. Without a doubt, if he worked for one company or another, you can trace credentials and email his past employers no matter if he is a freelancer or not. If he refuses to give you names or email addresses, or if you feel that the people he referred you to are dubious, simply move to another possible developer.